Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
We're going to do a short meditation to get ourselves ready for Shabbat and just ready for whatever the week has in store for us. The inspiration for the meditation today, aside just from all of us being able to benefit from a few moments of quiet inside our own minds, is at least where I am in Los Angeles, the very thing that you need to do as a core of almost any meditation, which is deep breathing, is hard to do right now. It's been hard to breathe for months with a sense of security because of COVID. And we've been pushed outdoors. And now it's hard to breathe with a sense of security, even outdoors, because of fires raging near us and even worse up in Northern California, making the air hazardous to breathe. So there's hazard all around us. And we're going to meditate through that. Meditate into a place of clear breathing when what's actually happening in the air itself is very muddled and unpleasant breathing. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask you all to close your eyes. Have your feet be gently on the floor, flat on the surface right in front of you. And if you haven't, let your arms drop to your legs, to your thighs. They can be palms down on your legs, a very clear point of contact, very tactile. Or it can be palms up, which just shows a stance of openness to whatever's coming next. Feel whatever your body is feeling. And I know that sounds like a tautology, but whatever you're feeling, just feel it. Don't ignore it. Don't glide over it. Normally, whatever we are doing in the moment, and writing and thinking and processing, is distracting us from what our body is actually feeling, unless it's an extreme feeling. Right now, awaken all of the subtle feelings inside you. Or not even awaken them, just be aware of them. Places that pulse or hum. Places in your body that might have an ache or a pain. Or that feel particularly vital and lit up. It's amazing how many different feelings we can feel in one body at one moment. And we're actually not really feeling them in one moment. Some people believe that you can really only feel one sensation at a time. It's just that your mind is jumping back and forth between them so quickly that they feel simultaneous. Kind of observe your mind jumping from the places in your body that are sending you signals saying, I am here and I'm in pain, or I'm here and I feel ready. I'm here and I'm alive. I'm here. As you slowly deepen your breathing, don't overdo it. But just beginning to take in a little more air on the intake and breathing out with a little more air than you take in so that you are in a generous stance with respect to the world, giving out more than you're taking in. And since no one can hear you, at least not on the Zoom or on Facebook, you can let the air out with a sound, with a cry, with a sigh. It makes a difference. It feels good. Sometimes we hold back that sigh because it doesn't seem polite or normal to do so, but sometimes it's needed. That vibration in our vocal cords when we make that sound can be, even on the most mild level, therapeutic. Try to work your mind into a place that can be appropriately described as poised rest. A restfulness that is both tranquil and serene and comfortable and relaxing, but is also focused and very much awake and very much alert and very much attentive and very much present and very focused. I want you to picture in your mind's eye the air that's around you, the sky that's around you. If you're in Los Angeles, it may be a gray, orange, filthy sky. But you might be listening in from any city in the country or the world. I want you to picture the air around you, the air outside of the room that you find yourself in, the air outside of the building you are in. I want you to imagine that your breathing is not only filling up your lungs with oxygen. Your breathing is an air filter. Lean into some magical thinking. Just that by taking air in, independent of the source of it, by the time it reaches you and reaches your lungs, it is clear. It is as clear for air as the clearest water at the most pristine natural spring. Your breathing is a filter. By the time the oxygen hits your lungs, it is only nourishing with no debris. Just breathe a few times, leaning into the magic, as if your mouth and your nostrils were so powerful, so as to render filthy air, filthy stimuli, as pure, as perfect as possible. Watch the filter happening in your mind's eye. Watch the air coming in and reaching your lungs with sweetness. And I want you to move one level up in your processing and your consciousness, continuing the breathing, this magic recycling effort, and move the image in your mind off of just air to everything. What if your mind and your presence was a filter of toxins, so that no matter what toxicity of air itself, of speech, of behavior, of the atmosphere around you, if once you took it in, you cleansed it, purified it, detoxified it? Why should we bring toxins into our system? We can't always avoid toxins in our atmosphere. Can't control what other people say, what other people do. But how do we breathe in even the filthy air around us and have it reach our inner place as clean, as pure, and as pristine? Watch your entire being undulating like an amoeba, taking in everything that the world has to offer you, cleansing it with every breath, only letting in the good air. Only let in the good air. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, and I'll share the screen so we can say the closing meditation blessing together. Say this 3 times. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. And may we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. True happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. And may we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. Saying namaste and shalom.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.